I feel like in a lot of matchups, it's very obvious what you should be striking. But I feel like, Fox Falco, it's sometimes not so obvious. Like there's kind of a lot of different schools of thought on kind of what stages different characters do better on.
Yeah, I think it's one of those matchups that's very much a player preference type thing, where it's not as clear cut as a lot of the top tier matchups, which stages are ideal for which characters. So definitely boils down to just how you feel about the stages personally. And again, this is the actual first top 8 qualifier that we're seeing on stream. So the winner of this will be in top 8 winners, aka semifinals, winner semifinals of the whole tournament.
Yeah.
So that is huge.
And arguably also on the easier side of the bracket, because it'll be the side that does not have
H-Box. Yeah. And there's been some kind of upsets brewing on this side of the bracket as well, which we haven't really discussed yet, but Bobby Big Balls with the 2-1 over IBDW. And that's IBDW insane. Was probably like the heavy hitter on this side of the bracket, but now he's been knocked into losers by Bobby, and that's going to completely change, the vibe of this side of the bracket for sure.
Yeah, big win for Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely done from him. I like this Falco skin.
Yeah, I do too. Very blue.
Yeah, it's extremely blue.
Extremely blue.
The Eiffel 65 skin. Oh, and Zach, did that laser save him? I don't know if he put that up, he would have reached.
I think he was going to make it back.
Okay.
So, you might as well go for it. But,
right.
All right. Ooh, I love the laser land. Great option there. Laser landing on the side battlefield platform. It's kind of the nice thing about going for it is you just don't put yourself at much risk of suiciding the way you do with ledge dashing. Like if you're not super confident on battlefield, you can almost just go for it and you're almost as actionable. Ooh, yeah. Ginger. Not reacting to that tech there. Ginger had a lot of damage brewing. Honestly, I think he could have probably killed him off that combo.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the name of the game for Falco in this matchup. I feel like Fox, like at the very high levels, it's always pretty obvious for Fox how to continue his combos against Falco. But with Falco, sometimes, when you get them on the platforms, you have to make a little bit of a decision, like, how am I going to continue this combo? Yeah. And if Ginger's kind of firing on all cylinders, it's going to look really different than if he's, nice. Yeah, see right there, recognize I can just go for the downer. Don't have to get complicated with soft back or anything like that.
Yeah, and I mean, if SFAT had like smashed DI'd into the stage, then maybe, oh my goodness, this combo. Oh, that almost killed.
Yeah, he could have just down smashed at that point. Like, after that downer, there's a lot of ways he can kind of continue that. I think he was maybe trying to wait for a tech, because a lot of people will tech there.
Right. Beautiful from Ginger, though. Ginger, another huge net play grinder, especially during quarantine. He's been making great use of the time and just not letting up on the improvement that he was already, experiencing in IRL tournaments for the past couple of years. He's building on that, not losing a step during quarantine. And nicely done with that edge guard as well. Oh, I love the run up crouch cancel on the up tilt. Beautiful from Ginger to start off that little sequence.
Yeah, Ginger
man.
And I love that downer grab because he recognized Falco's trying to be too small. If you ever tried there, I just think the time would not have connected.
Right.
I always point this out. I think it's really funny how Fox's Shine graphically is smaller than Falco's, but reversed.
It's way bigger, yeah.
I don't know if that's an oversight. I feel like you might as well just swap the animations because, like, right there, you saw Shine coming out from Falco and it just doesn't connect.
Right. Yeah, it's a deceptively small hitbox on Falco Shine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he's gonna be able to nice DI from SFAT.
Yeah, that was a really good DI, but
that wasn't.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nicely done from Ginger. That was almost a comeback from SFAT where he started off really well, but then like the middle stocks were like super in Ginger's favor. And then the SFAT, heart of a champion, never gonna give up, but he does still end up going down. But I always say that in game one, if you're losing, especially by multiple stocks, then you don't want to just let it end that way, because it's tempting to just be like, okay, this game's a wash, let me focus on the rest of the set. But just mentality wise, you're going to be in a much better spot mentally if you bring it back and have a close game one as opposed to get destroyed in game one.
Yeah, so. It kind of puts your opponent on edge too, where like it kind of can halt their momentum going into game two,
right?
For your opponent, because like, you know, they like now Ginger's like, oh man, he had to sweat for that last little bit of that game. Whereas, you know, going into game two, if you just kind of crushed him cleanly, then it's kind of like, okay, you know, he's in his zone. And a lot of this game is momentum, so yeah, I totally think that it makes sense for SFAT to try to play that one out, especially in a matchup like Fox Falco, where, you know, you really can make the comeback, you know, off of just slightly better comboing, slightly better technically on the platforms.
For sure.
So
Yoshi's, yeah, interesting counter pick, but again, as you mentioned at the start, it's pretty much just personal preference here when it comes to this matchup. There's not really like a specific stage that I would say like Fox would never take Falco to, or even vice versa. Like, I mean, even FD, like some Falcos take Fox to FD because Falco's combo game is so potent there. Obviously, Fox has the chain grabs, but Falco can essentially 0 to death Fox almost every time on FD anyway. So it's
right, and the neutral's kind of comfortable for Falco too because of how good the lasers are, you know, etc.
Right. Yeah. So even that stage, which is probably the most, you know, the most polarizing stage in this matchup for either character, you still occasionally see Falcos try to take a Fox there. So really just boils down to the player preference in this case.
Right. Right, Jinder got nice up smash out of the corner. SFAT missing that follow up, but he's got a launcher here. Nice up tilt, and he should be able to just play. I almost wanted to see. I would have liked to see SFAT just kind of jump out after him and try to spike him after hitting that backer. You know they don't have a jump. You can kind of cover all their options by just jumping on a stage and shine spiking them. Like, what are they possibly going to do?
Wow, that upbeat to Randall was insane from Ginger. Okay. Oh, and Ginger just capitalizing immediately on that shine. That's such a big swing here. SFAT was like firmly in control for a minute there, but now all of a sudden he's down.
Yeah.
Oh man, the pressure.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Wow, and he gets him coming off the ledge. Good stuff to SFAT.
You can see the ping right now is around 90, so the fact that he was able to pull up that clean of shield pressure. Shout out to Rollback, man.
Shout out to Rollback. Yeah, this looks pretty good for. I mean, we're not seeing much like teleportation or, you know, warping or anything like that.
Right, it's definitely looking pretty solid.
Yeah, a lot of the time, you know, these in terms of these bad rollback matches, a lot of it has. Oh my god, and he might have died if he didn't short the side B there.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but if he did, he's a madman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, nice turnaround grab.
Oh, he had the right idea, just a little bit late on the execution. Okay.
I like that. Falling up there.
I like that a lot.
Still a new classic.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Ginger getting some pressure of his own going.
Just side downer. Yeah. All the way back to like 2004.
I don't think he even cared whether they were hitting. He's just gonna keep doing it. Oh man.
Wow.
Ginger with the 2-0. And that was a best of 3, so that is the set right there. Definitely a closer set than the 2-0 indicates, but Ginger was looking pretty damn strong, and he's going to be the first one into top 8 winners here at Get On My Line 2020.
Damn, good for him. And he is going to go up against the winner of Bobby Big Balls in Tucson. Bobby Big Balls